Today, we're gonna dive into the love life of a true night ninja, the owls. These stealthy nighttime carnivores rule the night, but how do they get down to business in the romance department? Owls, like all them birds, got this urge to reproduce that's so strong it's practically the only thing on their birdie minds. It's the moment you can't screw up, you know? Not ending up like a total loser at the end without having shared a whole bunch of smooches to pass on your genes to the next generation. A freaking ton of calories gets burned to make sure everything goes as planned. For most owl species, especially them living in temperate or subarctic regions, spring is when the magic happens. Flowers are blooming, and so are them female owls. But let me tell you, it's all meticulously timed to match the peak abundance of prey to chow down on, and you'll catch on to this wicked cunning. Trust me. The seduction rituals are all over the place, but they always involve some calling. The dude is like a hunter trying every trick in the book to lure a chick to a nest site he's got all spiffed up for the occasion. He's pulling off some incredible flight stunts, mainly because that lady won't ever say yes when her belly's growling, and he's throwing her some juicy, freshly snagged grub as offerings. In human terms, it's like making a lady laugh and she's halfway in your bed. For owls, it's like a lady chowing down for real in her nest, so they start mutual grooming perched side by side like a power couple. Usually, owls are monogamous. I'm saying usually because, you know, there's usually some playas out there. With certain owl species, those couple ties only last as long as the breeding season, especially if the species is all about roaming or flying south for the winter. But for others, especially the ones that stick around like barn owls, these couples can be ride or die all year round, holding talons and all that. As top-notch predators, owls are territorial, and that's even truer during the breeding season. If some cocky intruder tries to either invade a well-marked hunting ground or mess with a rival's nest, they're gonna get their ass kicked, whether they're an owl or some other bird trying to grab a bite. If the owls are the nomadic type, this territorial vibe only lasts as long as the breeding season. But the year-round locals, like those church bells owls I mentioned earlier, they're throwing down to defend their turf all year long. Even last year's babies trying to say hi to mom get slapped and sent packing. These attacks on intruders don't hold back, and they get nastier and grimier if the intruder doesn't hit reverse. Even big-headed, cheeky humans can get a taste of the action from medium to large-sized owls if they get too close to a nest. Getting a talon to the face isn't exactly a souvenir you want after hiking for 3 hours. So watch out, because folks have already lost an eye messing with this stuff. Owls are clever, meaning they ain't gonna waste their energy for nothing. When it comes to nests, they aren't really into building fancy setups themselves. They're more like opportunistic nesters, using ready-made spots or snatching up abandoned bird cribs. The owl species that get busy in open terrain lay their eggs on the ground. Like, take the snow owl chilling up in the Arctic tundra. It might hunker down in a hole it finds in the dirt, and the female might even try to dig and spruce up that spot with some nice plant stuff. Tree holes are another hot spot for a whole bunch of owl varieties, and some species have taken to the human versions of these spots, like barns and other outbuildings. Abandoned nests left behind by crows and raptors also get some love from many owl species. So owls are like seduction pros and fierce defenders of their turf. And remember, if you get too close to an owl's nest, it's gonna teach you a lesson for your boldness, and you're gonna get your butt whooped. So instead of acting all smart, hit that next video.